Hey everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our automated signal. As long as you are on SIM, we're not responsible for your trade, and we're not your financial advisor. Today, actually right now, was the YM and the CL was on a move. At this moment, the YM and the ES on the move, much better than the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq also now start kicking in, and the Nasdaq now start breaking those critical area, and it is once the Nasdaq across the 20,371, there will be a place to start trading the Nasdaq. Let me get everything set up here. It was just the news. Let's wait a couple more minutes so the market can really slow down a bit so we can see where we're going at this moment. Just give it a minute after the news. All morning the YM was on the long side and the ES and Nasdaq was on the short side, but let's see how the market going to. I don't like it when you are auto trading. You have to be careful if you're not swing trading, if you're scalping and the market is fast. This is not good because you have the slippage, and plus your scalping is a small trade and the market is going fast. So we are waiting until we see the market slow down for a minute and then we start approaching the market. If you look on the market analyzer, you can see the ES. You can see the ES still there is one to the short side, and the Nasdaq have a 3 signal short, and I don't like it. That means we have a mixed market. So wait a little bit till the market line up, please. Thank you. In the meantime, yesterday I showed you this M strategy with the Nasdaq, and today I'm showing you the CL, and look how the CL now is 940, and we are still like yesterday on the Nasdaq. We are missing $60 to hit the target, and if we look at the trades, you can see there is hardly any losing trades. There is not even one. Yes, there is one here, losing trade, but then he took another trade and broke even with it. And then he took another trade here, readjusted, exit, and then all of it, the rest is based on one trade. And we are waiting on one more trade to lock down $1,000 based on one contract, and if the market didn't go to your direction, it's two contracts. And we are waiting on one more trade to finish the $1,000 on this one here. I'm gonna show the NASDAQ right now, the one we were covering yesterday, and it is it's been breaking even a lot, and I mean, it's a really choppy market. Let's look at the NASDAQ, the 1 minute NASDAQ. It's really a chop market today. Typical Friday, the first 2 hours, typical. Can you see how the market is really chopped and there is no movement on the NASDAQ? This one here is excellent for chop market, you know. It's the opposite of the swing trading. The swing trading is for the when the market is really trending. The other one, it is for chop market. And here it is. You know, look, the market is on one line. The CL took the last trade. We're still missing $60 on this trade. And hopefully this one, let's look at the CL. Well, it's a very choppy CL as well. I mean, it's going to face a resistance at 67.52. You do not have long trade on the NASDAQ at this moment. You do not have a long trade. Woof! Here it is. And also this is a beautifully done. Beautiful. Wow. Here it is. On one contract. Oh, don't pull back. It did. Okay, well, we are halfway. And here is the Okay, it's taking another short. And here is the CL is missing $60 to hit the 1,000. Well, we are done with the CL, even if it pulls back. This is an idea for micro account on the CL as well. Also, this is something where if you are on a micro account, you can turn on the CL, ES, NASDAQ Dow Jones on a micro account if you have small money. No, this is not good on the NASDAQ. You see how we built out of a bad trade, took a short, and now it's going long. It's going because it's reversing the market. Let me show you the YM on that. This is the YM based on one contract. A lot of volatilities in the market, a lot of volatilities on the NASDAQ. Very, very nasty movement. The CL, we're done. We're done with the CL. We are still missing $60, and we're gonna get it. The Autotrade will not let any movement pass him. And this is not filtered or anything, it's just as is. The CL is done. Here it is. Come on, drop. Jesus. It is really amazing by watching it. It is really amazing. And remember, guys, this is a reversal trade. It's not gonna let the market slip from him. It's not. Beautifully, beautiful. Broke even. That's all what I need. Break even. We are okay. I mean, the market is really choppy, and to survive this market today, that would be an idea. Slowly, nicely covering, and the CL is about to hit the target. And we have 940 on the CL. I don't know if you can see it on YouTube. We're about to hit the target. Already hit the 1000. Who said that? Let me see. Hi Sam, I ran the M strategy on the Nasdaq during London on a sim, of course. It made 5,000 without daily limit. Wow. This is Mr. Brett Rupert from Australia. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Keep your eye on the market, please. The CL already hit 1,290, and this is the message from Mr. Brett. We have an Italian living in England. Don't tell him that. He ran the M strategy on the Nasdaq. There is 2 M strategy on the Nasdaq. Which one you ran? The number 1 or number 2? And he doing London on sim. It is made 5,000 without daily limit. Brett, you are in Australia. You can also let it have fun overnight. Now today is Friday. Don't do that on Friday, but you can run it overnight, you know. And I'm happy you. How long you been with us? 1 month now, Brett? I think it's around 1 month you've been with us. The swing trading was 2. Okay, all right. That's very good. And let's go ahead and analyze this market. And the market is chopped. The way it moves, back and forth. The ES is bail out of it. That's why from the beginning I said Nasdaq is not a good place to trade today on the Nasdaq. But the ES is out of trouble. The Nasdaq is really struggling market. So whoever is auto trading CL, YM, ES is on a normal auto trade you will be better off to stay away from the NASDAQ today. The NASDAQ, I don't like the NASDAQ, is refusing to go in the same direction as the ES. Please, to our customers, look at the ES. I mean, I'm not expecting you to sit down and be miserably understand the price action. We don't need, we're past this long time ago. We don't need to learn price action anymore. I cannot get anyone to learn price action. That's fine. But if we look here, just simple on your chart. You know what really makes me crazy? And I help sometimes when the support are behind, I log into the clients. Believe me or not, Brad, 9 out of 10, they don't even have the blue chart and they don't have the market analyzer. They only have auto trades. And 9 out of 10. I mean, sometimes I get sad over it, but that's life. Despite whatever auto trade you have to look at the blue chart, always. If we look, I mean, we don't need to be genius. I can get a guy, had a couple tequila in a bodega, and I can tell him, this one here, the buyers and the sellers with the 6 different time frames, they are almost even, very mixed market. On the ES, the buyers over the sellers, and the momentum, the pressure in the market is to the long side. So any guy can understand that much. So when anytime you come out and you see the NASDAQ is not going or in sequence with the ES, stay away from auto trading. Doesn't matter. If you want to do the swing trading like this one here, make sure the market is trending. Thank you, Vito. And here is target 1 on the ES. And we have a new signal on the ES buy, and we have a new signal on the DAX buy. The ES is about to hit the target 1 institutional number, profit taken on institutional number. The NASDAQ is nowhere home. Let me show you. I mean, this one here is built for volatility market, and if we look, this auto trade is really banging on this market, short long, and it is really, this is, I mean, on any given auto trade, if I look at the NASDAQ and I see there is no trade on the NASDAQ, there is no auto trade working. I promise you that, Brett. I mean, maybe not everyone can see it's not a tradable market, but it is. It is not a tradable market. So it is a struggling market. And you can see the struggling market because it's taking the trades between the fibs. And it is really struggling to maintain. I mean, it makes money. It goes up to 500 and go down to 200. Then it goes up to 500-600. In one trade, it had $700 on one contract. And then what you do, you took the second trade and it was south. And that it is really sometimes on a choppy day like the NASDAQ today. Your daily target is 1,000. If you can claim the 500 and run away, don't dance with a gorilla, that will be a smart idea. A profit taken on the ES, if you notice here, institutional number, profit taken on the ES, today is Friday, and it seems like the ES by 11 o'clock we should hit the 58.27. For the NASDAQ, there is no one home for the NASDAQ at this moment. The NASDAQ is a total different messy trade on the NASDAQ. And if we look at the NASDAQ have a lot of resistance, you see? So, Brad, when you are trading, let's say, long, NASDAQ, whatever, and you see This is the entry. Remember this one. It is the re-entry. If we break this re-entry point, that means there is no more short trade on the NASDAQ. Okay? And then now we are going head to head to the resistance. Every time you see two lines, the market will halt on those. Double support, double resistance are very nasty to break the trend. So when you see double support, double resistance, be careful, take some profit out. And this is what's happening right now. It went up and thank you, Vito. This is his comment, Vito comment. Vito has been with us. Jesus, Vito. I mean, if we can handle Vito for a few years, that's mean we are angels. He's been with us like almost 5 years, 6 years to put up with him. And the NASDAQ is really nasty. What is this one? The YM. Yes, the YM. And the NASDAQ wants to go down and the ES want to go up. And this confliction, any day you see this, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, anytime, when you see NASDAQ is trying to go down, we don't need to sit down and analyze every single bar. We don't have to be miserable, nerdly, miserably sitting and analyze everything. But we can see from the market analyzers, all in red, the sellers over the buyers over the seller here. When you see the buyers over the sellers and the sellers over... Vito said he was a blonde. He's an Italian blonde. Living in England. You sure you didn't bleach it? Anyway, the fun part, Vito had a German girlfriend, and that was hilarious. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Here is the problem with the NASDAQ. There is a lot of support area. A lot of support area for the NASDAQ, and the ES want to go up. Every time you see this, when you see the market, the ES and the NASDAQ go in the opposite direction, they're not in sequence. If you don't want to look at the chart, don't look at the chart. Look at the market analyzer. When you see buy signal, 3 signal buy, and the NASDAQ is a 3 signal short, stay the hell away from the market because you're going to lose. You're going to lose. When the market is not in sequence, you're going to lose. We were up to 500, we had a losing trade, and now we are regaining again the money. You can see how volatility is this NASDAQ, and now he is playing between the... If we look at this, and we look at this one here, I'm going to close it. Because this is, and I'm going to let the Autotrade take another trade. Maybe it's going to take a short trade or long trade, I don't know. But I'm going to close it. So what you can do also in a chop market like this, when you catch the trend, the market always at least spikes one time a day. So when you see the Nasdaq spiking or the CL spiking, you catch swing trading or scalping or whatever, use the button, close it, take your profit and run. It's extremely choppy market, the Nasdaq today. So let me show you this movement. The Nasdaq took a short and then went the opposite direction, and then what he did, took another short and immediately closed it on the line. And now there is a support area, and he's making a bet against the support area here. And he tried to go long, the Nasdaq decided to go short. Then he took 1, 2, 3, and then you get out of it. So this one here can limit your losses. It's always reversing the market. The funny story, I had a client maybe around 8 years ago, and he was a pilot, and we were talking about airplanes a lot. The guy is very well educated. And when he became a client, he said, Sam, I have a programmer making an auto trade for me. And I said, okay. And he said, when he made the auto trade for him, when his auto trade taken long, the market goes short. When his auto trade goes short, the market goes long. So he asked the programmer to switch the signal, and he said he switched the signal, and now the market go in the opposite direction. So auto trading is good. You have 20 auto trade in your package, but also it's very nice to know what's going on. We're not asking you to do price action, for God's sake, and sit down miserably for 10 years learning. I don't want to learn anything anymore. You know, my brain is smoked out. But at least we can monitor what's going on in the market. And when you see the Nasdaq go in one direction, the ES go in another direction, stop. Find something else to do. Do not trade if you are not. If you cannot handle what's going on in the market, or if you cannot handle the let me see. Let's see what's happened here. It was really tough on even the ES was much better to trade or auto trade than the Nasdaq. Today the Nasdaq is nasty, and the YM is about to hit on the target right at the fib, and there is $200 and 700, that's 900. We're still missing. We need it to be a little bit more. Okay, here the Nasdaq took a trade, and it's not about the auto trade. Let me show you. This is the re-entry. If you cross it, your auto trade will make money. If you don't cross it, it's gonna go down to the trailing stop. Has nothing to do with your auto trade. This is a re-entry point. This is a re-entry point. So has nothing to do with your template, has nothing to do with your auto trade. You see, this is a re-entry point. And then what you can do, if you want to, you can say, okay, I closed that trade. And I closed that trade. And then you cash in whatever it is. If you notice here on the NASDAQ, if you notice, this is a re-entry. This is a re-entry point. So I closed the trade on the re-entry. And here also there is a resistance. So if your auto trade taking a long trade, you can close it on every FIP and let the auto trade take the other trade if you want to do that, you know. And also what you can do, you say there is a profit here, I'm taking it. Take one click, you're closing it, you're securing some, because I'm watching this NASDAQ here. So you can auto trade and also override the auto trade, take a profit and still auto trade it. And when you are looking at this blue chart, I don't know if this market, I'm not a professional, I don't know if this market gonna cross this number or not. I see profit, I'll take it. Now what happened in here, it made it and it's gonna come to the re-entry short. Why re-entry short? Because the market, look, the auto trade is already on it. You see? I'm taking a profit. You took 80 bucks. You can see immediately you build it to $800. And now it's taking long. It's fine. So you can, when you see profit and you want to take it, you can use the button on the top and take your profit. This is 800. We still need 200. Then we are done. $1,000 on a NASDAQ based on one contract, and when something goes wrong, it added one contract or two. If you don't know which direction the market is, I don't want you to learn price action anymore. I will look at the buyers and the sellers with the 6 different time frame. The market analyzer indicating there is no trend to the long side. You can see that there is no trend to the long side. So I can always, when I see profit, click on this one here, take the profit out. Now we are in the right direction. We are going to the 20,353. I don't want it to. Also, when you see the market comes closer to your entry, you can close the button so it will not add contract. You can go ahead and close that trade so it will not add contract, will reverse the market immediately for you. So look, like this, if it's the market coming, I'm closing it. Now I got $40 on this one here. Now it's taking another long. This way, also when you are keeping your eye on the blue chart, you can override the auto trade and you can immediately establish your $1,000. And as an example, let me show you. On here, I override the auto trade. I took it perfectly. Let me show you. It was a trade we did here. Here. This one here, it was up to $700. If I click the button, that would have been much better and collect $700 than it's, because you have to have the trailing stop a little bit far from it for you to catch a trend. So when you see the market is coming to the price, you can close it. So now we are missing $160 to the, you see, if I was not busy, I would have closed it. And if you close it before, it goes against you. If you want to, you can override it. And then what happened, it's not gonna take another trade. Or if you want to maintain one contract, you can tell the Autotrade to stay on one contract. You can do that as well. So it is always up to you what you want to do with it. Let's look at the ES. The ES, after the target one, I mean, I don't want to call this re-entry, because the reason I don't want to call the re-entry, the buyers equal to the sellers, and here the 1 minute is in red. I don't want it. I don't want that trade. And so I'm going to skip it. And here took short, it didn't work, then took long, and then finish it. Now it's taking short against the market. We are missing now $215. Keep your hand on the button, close position, if it's gonna come to you, if you want to. And if the market drop, make 200 something dollars, then you already established the 1,000. You're done. You know, I'm going on Monday. I'm gonna release some templates on Monday, but I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna close it. And let the Autotrade take a new position. On Monday, I want really every single trader, we are going to re-optimize the M strategy, and I want everyone to learn how to do this. You have very powerful tools with the swing trading and scalping and this M strategy, the reversal. Let me see what's going on. Also, the YM is struggling with that trade. We are at 745. Jesus, the Nasdaq, I don't know which direction. No, it's not. I mean, you know, it's not worth the risk for $1. Okay, yes. Decent, yes. You know, you have 5 traders in one room. They are, each one of them have their own styles, and you have to make your own style, you know, whatever you think the market is doing. And now it's 10:46, and we still, like yesterday, the market surprised us to the institutional number. So maybe we're gonna hit this number by 11 o'clock, the second one for the morning session. if you are auto trading ES Nasdaq, I strongly recommend to be careful. Maybe you want to hold your trades. Let me show you on the ES. It's been struggling all morning. Small trades, small trades, small trades, small trades, small trades. It's been struggling all morning, the ES also with this auto trade. Okay, we'll stay on the standby till we see what happened. Thank you. Have you noticed the YM trade has been for almost 10 minutes and it's not going anywhere? It took that trade on the YM at 40, at 44, at 10:44, and now it's 10:53, and still plus minus, and really choppy day today. And you think how this guy is going to survive without education. Okay, we killed the microphone for a while. Take a break. Okay, finally the YM took over, and we still missing 255 to hit the 1000, and we're about to hit, and that trade took a long time. Let's see what the ES doing. We still need $55 to hit the 1000. Let's see if we can do that. We're still missing $30. There we go, 245. $255, 60. $75. We'll close at 300. Close it. I'll show it to you. Okay. Well, it's done. I overwrote the auto trade, and it just hit the 1000 right on the spot. So you can always use the button when you see profit. And look how I override the auto trade. I told him to close on that trade. Look at this. And then the market going back. So sometimes when you're getting on the $1,000 target, and if you are missing $30, like what happened yesterday with the Nasdaq, we were missing $30. Skip it. Live with it. Imagine like you give tip to your broker or something. Leave it. So sometimes it's good to be a little bit civilized and don't say, well, I want the last $30. Maybe you skip the last $50. It's okay. So based on one contract, YM did very well. The Nasdaq was volatility all day long. Let's go back on the YM. The YM lately, for the last few months, has been doing, the Nasdaq is doing, look on the YM today, the swing trading is 5,340. But let's go ahead and examine the trades today on the YM. Winning, 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 winning. We had a nasty mistake here, but then took two trades and broke even with it. 1-1. So if we look at the trades when it started today, most of them, despite the volatility, some of them they broke even. You can see there is a lot of trade that broke even. Something when the market went the opposite direction, corrected it and on the average price and then closed it. So this is really easy to if you keep your eye on it and if you combine the blue chart with it, just read what the blue chart telling you. If we examine the CL today's trade on 1,200 based on one contract, winning, 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 winning trade, winning trade, winning trade, winning trade, winning trade, winning trade. This one here went the opposite direction, took the other trade and broke even. We have one nasty trade in here, took another trade and a broke even. And if we examine how the CL behaved today, I mean, if we count how many winning trades in there and losing trades, there is hardly any losing trade, it's just a broke even. So this is really something I don't know. I mean, I was an aircraft engineer, and I also worked in Belfast with the British Air Force as well. Once we were building airplanes. Like you have some airplanes, they are forgiven airplanes. You can make mistake and can be corrected. If you take the Harrier, if you make a mistake, you plunge. There is no mistakes in this airplane. And so pilot mistakes I'm talking about, not technical mistakes. And this, it is in a way forgiven auto trade. It is, if the trader making mistake, the auto trade can correct it. If he got in, as an example today, the ES go in one direction, the Nasdaq go in another direction. You can sit down and scream about it for 10 years, and probably 9 out of 10 traders will not respond to what we are saying. And after 16 years dealing with the traders, teaching traders, they either forget or they don't want to listen. So this one here, it is a little bit forgiven auto trade, that if you make a mistake and you turn on the auto trade in a wrong time or in a wrong situation, it can a little bit, I'm not saying it's going to do everything for you, but can correct it when your trade goes south. I don't know if this makes sense. When you are, like as an example, this is a Nasdaq. We never covered the Nasdaq today. Look at the trades today on the Nasdaq. They are very small, very small. Made 365 and now is going with 800, 900. And you can close it also. All the auto trades, they have the luxury to override the auto trade and close the trade. And you can see there are very small trades in here. This type of auto trading, if you are taking short and didn't go to your direction, you might stop out with your stop loss. There is no mistake to be made. You either make money or you lose money. There's no other option with this type of an auto trading. That's what I'm trying to explain. In this one here, when your auto trade make mistakes or you make mistake, you turn on your auto trade in a wrong timing, or you should not be trading this instrument today, like the Nasdaq today. You shouldn't turn it on. Despite now the Nasdaq is making money. Despite look. Don't look at the Nasdaq is making $2,000 right now. You have to think about it when this guy came in around 8 o'clock, 8:30. And now it is 11:06. By the time this market start trending on the Nasdaq, he already lost few $100 or a few $1,000. And most likely he stopped, and when he stopped, the market start trending because he cannot take the beat anymore. So what I'm saying is there is no mistake to be made when you are auto trading. It's like the Harrier, no pilot mistakes. And this one here, if you got in trouble, the auto trade is going to build you out of it. It does not mean it's going to build you out of it all the time. No. But it's going to build you out of it, you know. So and I will cover one more on the NASDAQ, the one we've been using all morning. This auto trade today went to $800 two times and went back to $200 two times. So on a chop market like this, when you see your auto trade going up and then go back down, going up and going back down, don't insist on staying to hit your daily target. If it goes up to 800 and drop to 200, 800 to 200, that means you are just going in a circle. So maybe it's better to go ahead and stop trading at $800 level and don't insisting on getting the $1,000 for today. Always remember, close your position, regret later. Always regret later. Close your position, regret later. Doesn't matter. As long you are in the plus, take the money off the table. Don't be greedy and be patient and be educated. I'm not talking about education that you need to learn price action, God forbid, but at least you have to have a knowledge to know if the ES going in the same direction as the ES. I'm talking about minimum knowledge in the market. Folks, it's 8 minutes over the time. I wish you the best weekend. And if somebody was insisting on auto trading the NASDAQ today and didn't make money on the NASDAQ, you should not feel bad because it's not you or it's not your auto trade. It was a very choppy market and you don't have any person guiding you. The secret is not buying auto trade, it's what comes behind the auto trade. It's not the auto trade. It is the knowledge behind the auto trade what is count. It's not the auto trade itself. So buying an auto trade and to be left alone out swimming with sharks is not a very pleasant idea. So it is very important to get little knowledge about the market and auto trading. We're not asking you to do manual trading, God forbid this word, but at least you have to have, for God's sake, little knowledge. If you don't, you're going to be wasting time and money. There is no easy way out with the trading. There is no easy way out. Bitcoin, good luck. Try to auto trade Bitcoin. I couldn't even use the 1 minute or 5 minutes on Bitcoins. You have to use the daily chart or you have to use the 60 minutes and the things is with Bitcoin, the minute you start using stop loss, you're a dead meat in the crypto market. If you want to trade the crypto market, you have to find average price, which again turns back to the M strategy. You know, I never tried to use this one here on the Bitcoin, but I'm thinking to do this, and then you can feed it with the Bitcoin, because then, of course, not one Bitcoin, but maybe partial of the Bitcoin, because then you can go ahead and get a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here, because it moves a lot. But anyway, trading the Bitcoin on a daily basis is not something you can make a living with. In my opinion, buy Bitcoin and put it to sleep on your cold wallet for the next 10 years. Then you start making money with it. On a daily basis, option is no longer profitable. Not with those it's no longer profitable. Forex, you cannot day trade Forex. I don't trade any Forex. I only understand euro dollar. I don't know anything about Aussie dollar. I don't know anything about Japanese yen. And I don't know anything about those. I know about euro dollar. I can trade. And when I see the price is right, I physically buy the euro and I physically buy the dollar or sell the dollar. I do it with the broker and in the private accounts. And you have to use the 240 minutes on the Forex. The only one you can day trade is the future. I've been doing this for 32 years. The only technical trade you can do and enjoy it and predict the market, it is the future trading. Bitcoin for a long term, stocks. You have to have tons of money to trade stocks because there is a certain way you have to trade it. And the stocks don't move as much as the futures. So if you want to be a day trader, I think future trading, future market is the best technical place. You can trade it technically, stand fundamentally. Fundamental and technical do not meet. Fundamental, technical trading do not meet. You're either technical or fundamental. Fundamental, it is like more than a gambling. Technical, you can see the fib, you can measure the market, you can understand if the market going down. We can look at the market and say, this market is weak short, strong short, long short. When the market comes to fib, we understand if it's going to break it or not. You're always ahead of the market. But when you are trading and you're blindfolded, there is no system is going to help you get out of trouble when you are in trouble. So always remember, don't get lost with those kids that were born yesterday that want to try to teach you how to trade Bitcoin on a daily basis. You cannot trade Bitcoin on with a stop loss. You cannot. I have seen people losing on one trade $50,000, $100,000, and they overmerge themselves and oh, don't. Here, technically, is the best way for you to just read the charts. That's all. Read the chart. As an example, right now, how much money we have here? We have 790. We are missing 210 here. Finally, this market went 2 times 800, dropped to 200, 800, 200, and now 800 again. And then I can see here how much I'm missing, and then I closed it, and then the same way we closed this one and the other chart, and here it is, it hit it finally. The smartest way is when it was the first time $800, stop trading, so you don't accumulate more trades and more risk. The less you trade in the market, the more profitable you are. The more trades you do, it's like you're sitting in the casino table and gambling all day long. Eventually, you will lose it all. Folks, that's all what we have for you today. We wish you a really, really nice weekend. I'm going to have a nice weekend. And we'll see you, see our traders on Monday webinar. Thank you.